Hello students, this is Savita Pawar. Welcome to my channel Get the Math. In this video we are going to see the solutions of exercise 1.5 and 1.6 of lesson 1 number system. In an earlier video of exercise 1.3 and 4 you have seen what are rational numbers and what are irrational numbers. All those numbers which can be expressed in the decimal form, then their decimal form is either terminating or if non-terminating then it is recurring. Such numbers are called as the rational numbers. And irrational numbers are those decimal expressions those are non-terminating as well as non-recurring. Those are called as the irrational numbers. Okay, so here it is exercise 1.5. Here the numbers have been given. You have to say whether it is rational or irrational. First number is 2 minus root 5. This is a natural number and this is an irrational number. We cannot subtract these two numbers. So these are irrational numbers. This is irrational, right? Here this is given the bracket 3 plus root 23 minus root 23. So open the bracket, it becomes 3 plus root 23 minus root 23. So you can do the cancellation of plus root 3 and minus root 3 and you get the answer as 3 here. So 3 is a natural number, okay, so it is rational. Then comes 1 upon root 2. Root 2 is an irrational number, so the whole number becomes irrational. 2 into pi, right? 2 into pi here, so pi is an irrational number, so multiply it with rational number, so it also becomes irrational number. Here 2 by 7, 2 root 7 upon 7 root 7. So this one is getting, so root 7 is getting cancelled here, see, this one is getting cancelled and you get the answer as 2 by 7. So which is in the form of P upon Q, so it is rational number. So this way you have to solve question 1. Here you have to simplify each of the following expression. So first question is given as 3 plus root 3, 2 plus root 2. None of the numbers, no formula you can use here. It is a plus b and c plus d. Okay. So multiply this first number with the whole bracket, this one, and this second number along with the sign with the whole bracket. I have done it for you here. And now multiply 3 with the bracket inside and root 3 in the bracket inside. So it becomes 3 to the 6 and this is 3 and root 2, that is 3 root 2. You cannot multiply 3 inside root 2, okay? Because it is rational and irrational. So they can be multiplied this way only. So this is 2 root 3 and this is root 3 into root 2. Now root 3 into root 2, if two irrational numbers are there, they can be multiplied. So you get the answer as 6 plus, and you also cannot add the rational numbers, the irrational numbers with different roots. So this is root 3 and root 2. So you cannot add this. But you can multiply this one. This becomes root 6 here. So this is the final answer. Now see this question. It is in the form of a plus b and a minus b. As the numbers are the same, only the sign is different here. In one it is plus, another it is minus. The formula becomes a square minus b square. That is first term square and second term square and minus in between. So right here first term is 3 square, second term is root 3 square and minus. 3 square is 9 and any root number, if you do the square, its root will be removed. So it will be only 3 here. 9 minus 3 is 6 is the answer. This one, third one, this is whole square. So it becomes a plus b the whole square. You have to use this formula here. So it is, expansion is a square plus 2ab plus b square. That is first term square plus 2 into first term into second term. And this is second term square. Okay. So first term is root 5 here. Second term is root 2 here from the given question. So root 5 square is, just now I have said, if the number is in under root and it is squared, then the square root is removed. So it becomes 5 plus 2 root 10 plus 2. 5 plus 2 are the integers, so that you can add. 5 plus 2 is 7 plus, but this cannot be added as this is an irrational number, so you have to keep it like this only. This is a plus b, a minus b, so first term square minus second term square, and 5 minus 2, the answer is 3 here. Okay. They are saying that pi is an irrational number. Then also c upon d we are doing it, though c and d are rational numbers. So we know that regardless of the circle size, the ratio of c upon d is always constant, that is equal to pi. The value of pi we write it as 22/7 or 3.14, and it is up to infinity. We know that, we have seen in the earlier videos, which is an irrational number. Okay. So pi equal to c upon d. Pi value we are taking as 22/7 or 3.14. It is always constant, 22/7, as the ratio of the circumference upon the diameter will be always equal to 22/7. So, but circumference number, it is in number, it is rational. Diameter is also a perfect number, it is also rational, but value of pi is irrational. So because with a scale or a tape, we get only an approximate rational number as a result of our measurement. So that is why pi can be approximate represented as a quotient of the two rational numbers. So this is a quotient of two rational numbers. That is the answer of two rational numbers is an irrational number. That is, we cannot measure pi with any scale or any instrument. Represent 9/0.3 on a number line. So here this is an irrational number. This irrational number you have to denote it on the number line. So what you will do, first draw AB, which is equal to 9.3 units. Then further extend it one more unit, that is BC is 1 unit, and still extend it. So this is your AB 9.3, BC is 1 unit, and still extend the line. Okay. Then taking length equal to AC here, draw this perpendicular bisector. Now you know how to draw the perpendicular bisector. Taking more than half from point, keep a rounder on A, and taking more than half of length of AC, make an arc from here and here, and the same keeping the same measurement on the rounder, take another arc from point C and cut the previous arc, this one, and join this line, so you get a point O here. Okay, like this. I have shown you in the earlier videos how to draw the number line perpendicular bisector. So this is your 9.3 suppose, then extend one more unit and still extend it further. So this was your B point, this is your C point, and this is A. Now taking length equal to AC here, okay, and keeping rounder here, taking more than half length, draw an arc like this above and below, and keeping rounder on C, next draw another arc like this and join it, and you get the point O here. Okay, now keeping rounder on O and taking distance up to A, draw a semicircle which will join AC. Okay, now keep the rounder on B here and draw 90 degree as you do usually. Make the, taking any radius, make an arc, then by keeping the rounder at this point, cut an arc, then again by keeping the rounder at this point, cut another arc here, and then cut the previous arc and join a line. This is your point D and join DB. Okay, now keep rounder on point O and taking distance up to D, this one, taking distance up to D, make an arc like this. So this is your point E, and this is your OE. From O to E, this is your 9.3 units. So this way you have to show 9.3 on number line. Now here rationalize the denominators. So the denominators are irrational numbers, you have to rationalize it. Now it is just in the form of an integer, a fraction. So just multiply whatever the number is given under root here, multiply it to the numerator and denominator. So 1 into root 7 will become root 7, and root 7 into root 7, 2 times root is only 7. So only the denominator you have to see, not the numerator. So you have rationalized the denominator. This one, if it is given in a arithmetic pattern, so it is if it is subtraction, then do the addition. So this will be of the form a plus b and a minus b. So it will be a square minus b square. Okay. So 1 into root 7 plus 2 is 1 root 7 plus 2, and below it is root 7 square minus 2 square. So it is 7 minus 4, that will be root 7 plus 2 upon 3. That is the answer. Third question is 1 upon root 7 minus root 6. So since it is subtraction here, take the opposite of it, that do the addition. So 1 into this is root 7 plus root 6. The whole upon, it is a plus b, a minus b. So root 7 square minus root 6 square. So that will become root 7 plus root 6 upon 7 minus 6. So it will be 1. So root 7 plus root 6 upon 1. So no need to write upon 1 here. So this will be, this is addition. So do the subtraction here. So do subtraction. Okay. So it is root 5 minus root 2, the whole upon root 5 square minus root 2 square. So that will be equal to root 5 minus root 2 upon 5 minus 2. So the answer is root 5 minus root 2, the whole upon 3. This is the answer. Okay. So that means we have rationalized the denominator, not the numerator. Only you have to see the denominator. Here comes the exercise 1.6. So here we are going to use the formula from the exponent, that a raised to m into bracket 1 upon n equal to a raised to m into 1 upon n. So similarly here 64 is given. Now you have to write it in the form of a power form, and which power you can use it. So the power that is outside the bracket, that only power should come, such numbers you have to write. So this is 64, you can write 2 raised to 6 also, but you should not write 2 raised to 6, instead you have to write 4 square, because 2 will get cancelled. Okay, such numbers you have to take. So here 2 will get cancelled this way, and remaining is 4 raised to 1, means 4 answer. Here 32, if you don't know the power, you have to find it by doing the LCM. So if you find LCM 32, so it is 2 1s are 2 6s are 2 8s are 16, 2 4s are 8, 2 2s are 4, and 2 1s are 2. Okay, this is 2 raised to 5. So 2 raised to 5. So 2 raised to 5 into 1 upon 5. 5 will get cancelled here. I am doing it directly. 5 will get cancelled. So it is 2 raised to 1, means 2 is the answer. Similarly 125. So you have to do the LCM for 125. 125, 5 2s are 5 5s are 5 5s are 25, and 5 1s are. So 3 times 5. Okay. So 3 times 5 here. So cut 3. You will get the answer as 5 raised to 1, means 5 is the answer. So this way you have to solve your question number 1 of exercise 1.6. Now question 2 is 9 3 by 2. Now instead of 1 here, there are other numbers. Similarly 9 means 3 square, 2 will get cancelled. So 3 raised to 3 is remaining. 3 raised to 3 means 3 into 3 into 3 is 27. So similarly in this case 5 will get cancelled here. So the remaining is 2 square. 2 square means 4 is the answer here. In this case 16 means 2 raised to 4. Now here you can write, it is possible to write 4 square, but since the denominator of this fraction is 4 here, so you have to write 2 raised to 4 and not 4 square. So 2 raised to 4 you have to write, not 4 raised to 2. Okay, so 4 will get cancelled, so it is 2 raised to 3. 2 raised to 3 means 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8 is the answer. In this case 3 will get cancelled, so the remaining is 5 raised to minus 1, that will be 1 upon 5 is the answer. If the power is negative, you have to convert it into positive by writing its inverse, so it will be 1 upon 5. Question number 3 here. Now you have to solve according to the given question. So this you can see 2 raised to 2 by 3 multiplied by 2 raised to 1 by 5. It is of the form a raised to m into a raised to n. The base are the same, there is multiplication in between, so the power will get added. So here you have to write the base one time and add these powers. The powers are in the fraction, so take its LCM and solve it, and so you will get the answer as 2 raised to 13 upon 15. Take the LCM of 3 and 5 is 15 and multiply each fraction with 15. You get this 10 and 3 here. It becomes 13 upon 15. This question is of the form a raised to m into n. So you have to multiply the powers a raised to mn. So this power will go to both the fractions here. 1 raised to 7 is 1 and 3 raised to m into n. This is m into n. Multiply 7 3s are 21. So 3 raised to 21. This is of the form a raised to m upon a raised to n. So if it is division and the base is same, so you have to subtract the power m minus n. Okay. So 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 4. Take the LCM. 2 and 4 LCM is 4 and multiply each term with the LCM here. So you get 2 minus 1. So that is 11 raised to 1 upon 4 is the answer. This is of the form the base are different, that is multiplication, but the power are the same. So you can take the power common to both the base. So it becomes 7 into 8 raised to 1 by 2, that is 56 1 by 2. That is the answer. Okay, so this was all about your exercise 1.5 and 1.6. If you have any query, drop it in the comment box. Do like, share and subscribe my channel. Get the math.